G'day sports fans, it's Phantom100 here. Welcome back to Paladins, Champions of the Realm. Glad to have you here, and I'm really appreciating you guys clicking on these videos and watching them. If you're regulars, and welcome, thanks. If you're new to the channel, as you might have seen in the title, I like to do guides and overviews of loadouts I've created for characters in Paladins. There's a whole big playlist, a lot of games I play, and there's a lot of characters in Paladins I've covered so far. I'm getting to the point where I'm almost done a video on every character I have played, so I'm going to start trying characters that I have no experience with, which will be quite interesting, unless you guys have suggestions that really make it easy for me to pick. But today we're going to be covering another one of my favourite healers.
Furia.
I'm playing some Furia. So, I haven't played her a little while, but I touched her a fair while back, when I was playing with ThatStojGuy in the stream, and I was like, I need to try Furia, because she seemed really strong. Whenever I came across her on the enemy team, she seemed really powerful with a stun. Her heals seemed quite impressive. So I was like, yeah, I'm gonna try this character. So Furia's abilities. Her left click, her main ability, her attack, is the Pyro Blade. A fire-forged weapon that deals 330 damage every 0.5 seconds. Healing allies generates wrath, which increases your fire rate and decays over time. So, pretty strong attack, actually. Really strong weapon. And the fact that it generates wrath for you is really handy. The wrath is so it's basically, it's like a resource, but it just basically increases your fire rate. And I think wrath also interacts with the other abilities, if I remember. I'm pretty sure it does. But it's really cool. It's not something you have to hugely micromanage or spend. It's there, and it buffs you as you hit enemies with your attack. Her right click is Kindle Soul. Target an ally and kindle their soul, restoring 1,000 health and an additional 400 health over 2 seconds. Now, the average hero has 2,000 to 2,200 health. The average. That's not including tanks. So this is a huge, she bumps more than half your health, and it's a 3-second cooldown. Kindle Soul is extremely powerful, and it's probably the reason why I like her the most, because that single point heal, it's so good. Her F is the Wings of Wrath. Surge backwards while launching seeking projectiles that each deal 200 damage. So this is basically your escape, right? It's just to jump backwards. It's a pretty big leap. And it's a way to get out of tough engagements, especially if you're in close melee combat with some really strong champions. So the leap back is good, and the seeking projectiles is really good, because again, if you're getting chased by somebody who's already weak or they've got low health, they're getting hit with, more than 200 damage, and that's a fair bit to make them back off. I don't remember exactly how many projectiles it is, but we'll try and count them when we get into the game. A Q is Pyre Strike. Summon a beam of searing wrath that travels forward, stunning and dealing 400 damage to enemies. Enemies who remain in the beam take additional 20 damage every 0.05 seconds. This is what throws out the stun. You see this giant pillar of light moving across the battlefield, and it stuns you, it hits you, does a decent amount of damage, and and if you when you're stunned and it stays on you, you get the additional damage. This is the reason I wanted to try in the first place, because I was like, who's this character that keeps throwing out these disgusting stuns? And it's Furia, and we actually have a card in our build that helps buff this. Her ultimate, or her E, is Inflame. Channel the power of the pyre to become untargetable, granting your allies 30% weapon damage and movement speed for a duration. So, it's basically a team-wide buff. I can't remember if it's distance-based or if your allies just get it regardless. I don't remember how that works exactly. But yeah, 30% weapon damage is a huge damage buff, and she becomes untargetable. This means she can't be selected for abilities that target her in particular. So certain ultimates and certain abilities that characters have, instead of just throwing it out and you can whiff, there are certain attacks and abilities where they don't whiff, they only work when the target is applied. And she can't be affected by those. She is untargetable. That's really strong, honestly. The split moment in a team fight when you have this ready, and it looks like it's going to be against you, pop some heals, activate this. The weapon damage is ridiculously good. I cannot reiterate how good that is. Her talents. She has Cherish. Kindle Soul heals up to 15% additional health based on your allies' missing health, and its range is increased by 300%. This is probably one of my personal favorites, because that extra health is so much. 15% additional based on how weak they are. So if they're super weak, and you're already giving them more than half their health on base, and you use this, you're basically topping out to full almost. It's nuts, and from a long distance. Exterminate is the middle one. When Pyre Strike hits an enemy champion and it stops moving until it ends and deals 75% more damage to enemies under it. So, little line of power comes out, it stuns people, and, if it hits them, it stops, but then it deals way more damage. So it's really good for eliminate single targets, if that's what you want. I don't use as much because I like it to keep moving so I can stun as many champions as possible, so this isn't one I usually go for. Solar Blessings. Refiring Pyre Strike stops it in place. Any ally in its beam is healed for 100 every 0.05 seconds. So, if you don't want to use it for the stun, if you're not using it aggressively, pick this because you can stop it and then it becomes a healing beam. So if you really want to focus on healing, you can use that. And that's a very interesting style. I've tried it before. It's really hard to get your muscle memory used to reactivating it like that. It is interesting though. So I think we'll do one game where we go full healer build and we use that. And the other game we'll use the ridiculously strong Cherish, which I think Cherish makes up for this. You just use Cherish and then just stun people. I think that, like, the heal for 100 every 0.75 seconds, I don't even remember how long it hangs around for. It's not a lot, not compared to Cherish. The only benefit is you might be able to hit multiple allies with it. But again, they've got to know about it, really. So, our build is called Lightforge. So, we have Burning Oath. Heal for 210 over 3 seconds after healing an ally with Kindle Soul. So when you pop your soul, or pop someone else's soul actually, if you hit them and kill their soul and heal them, you then get healing. So that's a bit of self-sustain for her. I felt like that was integral to the build to have that. Light of Dawn. Apply 140 health shield for 2 seconds to allies affected by Kindle Soul. I thought that what better way, if you're trying to heal somebody and they're already pretty weak, not only are they going to get a heap of health back if you use a certain talent, but Light of Dawn gives them a shield. Yes, it's only 140 points. It's not a big shield, but shields is basically like extra health, right? Giving them a shield where you try to protect them, I feel is really valuable. If you're like popping this and your opponents see you coming and there's a couple of you with shields, I think that'd be kind of intimidating. And it just, the more damage reduction, the more tanky we can make people. That's the idea. Solar Flare. Increase the radius of Pyre Strike by 20%. This is basically to make it easier to hit with our stun. It's only a 20% increase. It's not massive, but it's better than nothing. And I want to be able to make sure that I can stun some enemy champions. Because when someone's stunned and they can't move, that split second, it's all you need. To just dive on them, take an important pick, kill off a healer, kill off a really strong tank, whatever, when they can't defend themselves. Conviction. Increase the stun duration of Pyre Strike by 0.45 seconds. So, literally, it means that they're stunned for longer. It's not a huge duration, more like it's not even a complete second longer, but when it comes to stun, it feels like forever. When you get stunned in this game, even if it's not even a second, it feels like it's been a minute. Like you don't need a lot of time to capitalize on that. So that's just a bit of an increase in the stun, just to make people really hate me. Lightforge, their final card. Hitting Kindle Soul increases your movement speed by 32% for 1 second. So again, if I Kindle Soul somebody, they get it, I get healed, they get a shield, and then also increase my movement speed. Why, you ask? Well, if I'm trying to heal somebody, I might be trying to get to them or keep up with them. So this just means that I can get to the people I need to faster, because movement speed on a support, I feel is very important. So that's the build. Pretty straightforward, nothing too fancy. But I'm hoping that it does well today. We'll play some games, and we'll see if we can get some wins, get some good healing scores, heal any other supports you come across, all that kind of jazz. So wish me luck, guys, and let's play some games. Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, we are playing some Onslaught, so we better pick our support real quick. Alright, it's interesting because normally the announcer says the game mode. It put me off because they went straight to choose the character, and it kind of threw me off there. I was like, wait, don't you normally announce the game mode? Okay then, that's kind of weird. So, 35 seconds till everyone picks. Marauder's Fort's going to be an interesting map. I think this is one of the first maps I've played Furia on, actually. So this will be quite interesting. So we've got Furia, Charlene, Koga, Buck, and Io on our side. So we've got Io helping us heal as well. She's definitely going to out-heal me. Enemy team, we're waiting on one person to pick. So with 16 seconds left, I really hope they do soon. Because if a person doesn't pick, the game literally boots you back into waiting for queue. And it's really, really annoying. I hate it. I hate when that happens. One person doesn't pick. I wish it would just like auto lock them. Is it just going to boot us? No, okay. Drogos, Furia, Maeve, Khan, and Sky. Weird that it just auto locked them. Whatever, it's fine. It's going to be interesting. Definitely interesting game. They've got a Furia as well. So I guess the plan is not so much to out heal the IO, but heal more than the enemy Furia, which is what we'll try to do, because we'll go Pyre Strike healing build first, and then we'll use my favourite one afterwards. So, as I said, we're going to go with Solar Blessing first, so we can heal people, and then we'll try our preferred one afterwards. Equip that. Right, so we're going to go, we want all abilities on cooldown as often as possible. So again, Chronos is integral to the build, and Nimble as well. Being a support, we want to be able to get a bit of movement on, so yeah, that's very important. This is the gun. See how fast it fires? Real animation. So it fires out of both, but it's like a sword with barrels. It's really weird. Q. So that's the stun, which we can now stop in place, and it heals people who stand in it. Like that. That's our little heals here, so it's a quick little 2-second point. It's a bop, gives them a shield and stuff. And then our escape, boom, dash backwards, shows that, throws that little blast in front of us like that. That's basically it. So let's play our first round. 400 points to win. I used to hate this map, but I don't mind it now. So we're going to just throw out this. So it still stuns. It still does stun. It's just that you can stop it to heal. So actually, I didn't mean to do that. It's a very interesting pick. We're going to heal our IO here, because that will heal us too. Excuse me. Khan. Oh, we killed the Khan. We want to stop that in place. Do we benefit from that too? No, we do not. It does not heal us. That's a good thing to learn. I actually was curious. I was like, if we stand in it, does it heal us? But no, it only heals teammates. That's kind of lame, but I guess I can see how that could be really strong. Just going to throw this out. Just going to throw it out as a stun, right? Heal that person, but mainly put the shield on, because even though they're at full health, I still feel like the... What are you doing, Khan? I don't think so, Khan. I'm going to throw this out. Pretty sure it still does... Yeah, I'm pretty sure it still does the stun, because it looked like it did the stun earlier. Either way, we will hold this area. Where's the rest of the friendly team? Oh, someone over there is super weak, so let's place this down here. Stop it, and they can walk in it and heal then. I don't know how the allies are able to tell, because they seem to be walking in it as if they know. I have no idea how they know. We'll also, in a bit of trouble here. Actually, that didn't hit him. he took me out of it. Good old Khan. He's a pretty tough little tank. As I threw out the stun, he grabbed me, because he's got 2 attacks that grab. One is his ultimate. And, yeah, he just straight up just grabbed and threw me. And that, seemed to have cancelled the animation. Hi, Maeve, what are you doing? Mind if I kill you? Because my damage is really high, even though I'm just a support character. I want to say it feels kind of OP. How strong Furia is, in just terms of damage, and what her actual weapon does. It just feels like it's really strong, and really good at stomping off people too, can I say. Yeah, I honestly do not know if that does the stun or not. Alright, so, I'm going to jump in here. Now, I could ult, but it's more of a team-wide benefit than... Yeah, that wasn't a good idea. I shouldn't have ran in like that. But, we had to give it a go, right? They're at 122 points now, so they are now in the lead on points, and this we cannot have. So, if the friendly team would like to get a bit aggressive, a bit proactive, I'll put out shields as often as I can. I'm not guaranteeing anything. What place is here? Everybody needs it. Yeah, I definitely feel like buffing the Kindled Soul is going to be better, just because it's not an extra thing I have to focus on doing. I can just throw out the stun, forget it's there, hope it damages somebody, and just focus on my right click being more empowered. So that's going to be a slightly more brain dead, but I feel more efficient build. Not so much build, but I mean talent take. You know. I'm going to throw this out. I want to see if it does stun them or not. Can't tell. Didn't hit anybody, so that's great. I just went backwards into a wall, so that's wonderful. Alright, we need to try and pump up some damage here. That Drogos is a major pain in the backside. But I cannot heal myself. That's why I have the heal when I do the Kindle. That's the enemy Furia stun. Being thrown out quite liberally. Can't blame her. Like I said, like I've been saying, it's very good. Oh no, that's not good at all. Let us throw this out. You're very dead. Oh, she killed my friend. No! Go away! God damn it, Khan. Kind of came out of nowhere. I was not expecting Khan. And he just this big armored dude just appeared out of nowhere very quietly. He's like, yo, what's up? I'm calm. And, you stay cool, calm, and collected. Actually, that would make a really cool shirt now I think about it. That would actually be pretty cool. Stay cool, calm, and collected. Yeah, I like that. I think that'd be pretty cool. Am I a genius? Not really. I flatter myself way more than I deserve to be. Now, I have no idea how to engage on this. But friendly team is down here trying, so will help the try. Yeah, that does still stun. I just saw that. I saw that character be stunned. That's good to know. So it's not necessarily nerfing that by using that talent. It's just adding utility to it. So it's not as bad as I thought. At first I thought that maybe it removed the damage or the stun off of it, but it doesn't specify that, so I guess it was my fault for assuming. That's a silly thing. Now I can't get you through walls, sadly. Somebody's being proactive though. Honestly, I think I know what I need to do. I need to ult. If the team gets here, yeah, we're just doing it. We're just gonna ult. I don't know if it's team wide or it's in a range, but we're trying here. We're trying. Just throw this out. Try and add some pressure. There's Drogos. What are you doing, Drogos? If this was King of the Hill, it'd be way more fun because the point then moves. So, whereas in this mode, Onslaught, it's there. The point's there all the time. It's not as exciting. Well, okay, I should probably actually upgrade my items. I just forgot about that. We go straight into Haven, and then honestly, we're going to go to Morale Boost because that ult is really strong and we need it. We're just going to go Nimble. There we go. I can't believe this whole time I forgot to buy items. Apologies if you guys were like, about to write in the comments, why aren't you buying items? I completely forgot. I'm kind of focused on being an active Furia. I completely forgot, hey, items are a thing, you should buy some. Yeah, how do you like that stun, huh? How do you like that? Oh, okay, they don't mind at all. Fudge. The Khan came out of nowhere again. Where were you, buddy? Where were you a few seconds ago? Because, Fudge, you've surprised me more times than I would like to admit. Khan is not meant to be slippery like that. He's just a big boy. Big boy with a pistol. Ow, I walked into the stun. I'll admit, I kind of did that without thinking about it. My bad. What are you doing, Drogos? What are you doing? I mean, besides obviously flying, but you get my point. What are you doing? Oh, Jesus. Okay. Okay, we lived for a split second. I thought maybe I had a chance to bring it back. Maybe I could stay alive and heal someone when they come in, but no, it didn't happen in time. Sadness, indeed, is a emotion I feel a lot when playing supports in this game. I go between feeling happy and excited when I'm doing well as a healer, to depressed and sad when I do bad as a healer, or my friendly team isn't working with me very well. You know, it's not 100% their fault, not 100% my fault, but that's sometimes how you go. And sadly, we take a defeat in that first game. I did my best, but I haven't played Furia in a little while, so of course I'm going to be a little rusty, even though I know how she works mechanically pretty well at this point, despite my little experience. She just seemed really straightforward. I got the idea pretty quickly. The IO, I'm pretty sure, would have majorly out-healed us, because that's kind of the job. So, giving out the teamwork, though, like, even though it didn't feel like it was very teamwork, we're going to do it anyway, because I like doing combinations, I like being nice. To the scoreboard now. So, we did 16,000 healing, I did 19. So she didn't do a lot more than me, honestly. Like, we were right up there. Our damage is a little on the low side, but we did more. We did more damage than Buck and Charlene, and that should not be happening. I know Fury does a lot of damage, but come on. We also went 8 for 8, which is interesting. Doesn't happen very often. Yeah, that's new. The enemy Fury did 37,000 healing, so she was a true Furia. That's almost 40k, and that's quite a lot actually. I did not expect that much. So that was a decent first game, despite the loss. Requeue up for one more, and yeah, we'll see how we go the next time around. Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, we're playing some Siege modes. This is going to be a bit longer game than Onslaught, but Onslaught and Siege, interesting mix of games. Right, so, Furia is locked in, 46 seconds until everybody picks their teams, unless they're quicker about it. So we've got a Victor and an Ashe, a Koga, and a Strix. Okay. Oh, look, he's using the Switch skin, which means he's either on the Switch or he's a PC player. Willow, Imani, Raum, Khan, and Lex are the enemy team. I actually kind of like that team. I like Raum. Imani's cool, but I haven't played her. And you guys know how I feel about Khan. I think Khan's just really cool. He's one of my favourite tanks. I do like that the friendly Strix has a Switch skin, though, because like me, he's either played the game on the Switch or he is on the Switch. Either way, that's cool. You should definitely try the game on Switch. It's actually really fun. Now, like I said, we're going to be using Cherish this time, because like the range, digital health, I think it's going to be really strong, so we're doing that for sure. Not doing the Pyre one anymore. Again, Chrono is super important. I won't do movement speed though this time. I'll save my credits and probably go into Haven, maybe even Life Rip? I don't know. Morale Boost is a must though, because of how strong her ult can be in the right situation. We need to be able to get that more often. Let's Let's go through the portal to the friendly team is going. Oh, okay, they're going here. Alright. Okay, I can feel it. Reload speed isn't too bad, so I don't know if I'd recommend deft hands over all the other things you could go for. I'm not sure I'd recommend it. Not if you could go like kill to heal, life rip, Haven is just a must, and definitely morale boost. But I mean, I could be wrong, so you know, I don't know everything. I'm not an expert in the game. I just I like to play. I like to play. I like to learn characters. I like to experiment with builds and see what works and what doesn't. I'm just all about the how differently you can play a character. So unlike, say, I don't know, Overwatch, where pretty much if you play a character and if you do stick with that character the entire game, things aren't going to play out that much differently from the previous game. In Paladins, you make these builds of cards that completely change your playstyle, how your character performs and acts and feels. That means that, like, you know, for example, this game as Furia is going to be very different to the last one simply because I've changed the talent. And that's it. Simply because I changed the talent. Let alone if I changed the build completely. So, I like the... It's not so much... It's not character diversity, it's gameplay diversity, I guess. Just the way how you can play everybody changes. And I'm down for that. That was the worst... That was the worst pyre I've ever thrown out. That just missed everything. This isn't going so well in our favour, I will say. It's definitely, I mean, the enemy team is strong. Like, it's what I said as soon as we saw it. I was like, this enemy team is pretty well put together. There's a decent amount of damage on there. I mean, there's no support on it, but, you know, if you play smart, if you're well coordinated, you don't necessarily need it. Oh, I was stunned, I think. I couldn't move. If you're well coordinated, you don't necessarily need a healer. Like, you're not dead in the water if you don't have a support. A support is great to have, honestly, and I would rather have one than not, but if that's what you've got to work with, and you've got a team that's, like I said, working together, you've got some strong tanks to make up for it, because when you go out of combat, you do eventually start to actually passively heal, so if you can manage your gameplay around that, being inactive at times, rotating people in to be active and inactive, and get your health regen, you can get away with pretty much whatever you want to. You just got to play smart, be coordinated, use your brain matter. But it's very possible. But if you're facing a team that's also coordinated and got a high skill ceiling, and they have one support, they're immediately at an advantage then. As soon as you're on an even playing field in terms of skill and coordination, the team with the healer 9 times out of 10 would win, I'd say. I'm willing to bet. Just because some of the healers in this game, like Furia and Io, and Genos in particular, can still do a whack ton of damage. So it's not like you're sacrificing damage playing a support. But all of a sudden you've just got bursts of health coming back for everybody, you know? Especially Furia and Genos, because the damage that they can do is nuts. Just like, are you really losing that much, you know, picking a support? Not really, not with them. We're going to go Haven because we need to reduce the damage that we are taking because the enemy team is throwing it a lot. And honestly, I'm going morale boost because we need that ult. We need that ult like last week. We need that ult like now. We do have it, I just haven't found an opportunity to use it. And I don't really want to burn it now. That'd be a bad idea. So the best I could do is try to heal here. Try and be helpful. I think I'll just try and keep a distance. I'll throw this out. I think it'll reach. Okay, it does reach. If we stay here, we won't die, right? And well, the friendly team just needs us to shoot and heal. And because of our talent, we were able to successfully defend because we can heal from this distance. So basically, we're acting like a sniper at that point. Because I realized that if I go in and die, it might be a lot harder for us to win. So I'm like, okay, I'm not going to die. I'm just going to stay at this window, snipe from the distance. I can heal from there. And even the Pie Strike reaches. I feel like I made a good choice there. Choosing not to run in and die. I think that was... We probably would have defended it anyway. The team seemed to put it together the last minute. But I'm going to tell myself that my decision was the right one. Got to pump up your stats somehow. And if that includes giving yourself confidence, then by all means, man, go for it. 4, 3, 2, 1. Spin to win. Alright, guys. Let's cap this point. Then we have a score of 2. And then we push it, we get a score of 3. And I would very much like to see a 3 on our side right now. So, I'm going to give Victor a shield. Throw out the Pie Strike. which as you can see does descend to the ground, so it doesn't matter if you're at a high elevation. You won't be completely whiffing your fire strike, which I really like. That is a reasonably weak Raum, but he was able to kill me because his minigun does a ridiculous amount of damage. Actually, no, the Raum didn't kill me, the Khan did. Okay. I thought the Raum did, because he looked at me, but the Khan killed me. Very unexpected. But we've got 21% on the capture so far. It's good, 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 good. What am I doing? Let's try and stay high up if we can. So if we go back up here, we need to try and find ourselves in a spot where it's harder for them to get to us. Okay, we're able to throw out that heal from pretty decent range. Oh, jeez, you're weak. Yeah, there you go. Look at that. Look at that range. That's crispy. I'm going to throw out the fire strike. We weren't able to save our teammate in time. As long as nobody comes up here. Look at that. We captured it. We're just going to stay high up. Oh, there we go. Oh, they're jumping down. It's interesting, because if they stayed at my level, they'd be easier for them to shoot me back. Is the friendly team dead? No, not all of them. I'm just going to play Sniper Bros with you. Oh, ow, that hurts. That hurts a lot. They actually did hit her. I wasn't sure if I'd be able to hit her, but the Willow actually took damage from my attacks. But she didn't take very much, and I was very low health. So that was, unless I'd completely turned tail and run, that was going to be kind of inevitable that she killed me. So it's fine. I accepted my fate. You know, it was a clever movement apart. Where does this portal go? Let's follow this person. Oh! Oh, this puts you here. Oh, okay. So that's a faster way to get to where the first point is. It's handy to know. But we want to be a lot further than that. Come on, Strix, let's go. I hate being so far behind. Actually, it's a funny trick, but if you do want to get somewhere quicker, if you don't mess it up like I just did, you could dash backwards. You could turn around and dash backwards, but if you're an idiot like me, you'll just dash backwards into walls and realise you really wasted your time. Wasting your time. Something I'm really good at. Here, have a stun. I just dashed backwards into the wall again. I thought I was aimed correctly, so I would dash into the opening on my left and get undercover. But no, turns out I still went straight into the wall. So all I did was dodge backwards into the wall and look like a complete idiot. So yeah, congratulations guys. You've now learned the ultimate secret. I'm an idiot. I'm a big old idiot. There probably is a faster way to traverse this map, but I never spent enough time on this map to learn where everything is. I was hoping to get up the stairs and go around the corner, but that was not going to happen. The money was... She was on to me. We have currency for items. Good. We'll upgrade Chronos then. And then we'll upgrade... We'll go live for it. That'll be our fourth item. We'll go live for it. So we can get a bit of health back when we're doing damage, since we do so much. So the goal there is to have a bit more self-sustain on our part, because, as I said before, we don't self-heal. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Don't let them defend, team. No, push failed. Sad pizza. Sad pizza. Just made that up myself. It's my own thing now, so trademark that, sad pizza. Because what's more depressing than a sad pizza? Not much, man, when you think about it. Pizza's supposed to be happiness. We have the Koga and the Ash up here with us. Don't know what the Strix and the Victor are doing. Why did I blank on Victor's name? I was sitting here, I was like, what's his name? I've played him. He's very generic. Blah, blah, blah. It's Victor. I'm an idiot. 2, 1, assemble. Because they all end up being there after all. It's pretty cool. We are going to follow this player. Go through this portal. Oh, this puts you here. Good to know. Sort of. Probably shouldn't have done that, but... Oh, yeah. Probably shouldn't have done that either. Far again into the walls, man. They're super weak, though. There was not much we could do there. It's not looking good. They're about to capture the point again. I think... See, the one thing about Furia is because of how her ult works and how it's a very short amount of time it lasts for. I wouldn't say it's situational, but you've got to really pick when you're going to use it. You know? Using it, I guess, when you're about to push the payload to, like, win, I guess that's a good time to use it. But also, I could probably use it close to here to help the payload be pushed too, because that damage increase is going to be great. But it's only good if the friendly team are paying attention and actually, you know, get into fights and stuff. If the friendly team, like, doesn't capitalize on it, the ult basically does nothing. Oh, fudge, what killed us? Actually, yeah, what did kill us? Lex did to burst us down really quickly. Did I get ulted by somebody? I don't think so. Question mark? Confusion? Oh, well, doesn't matter. Let's see, we're gonna upgrade. We can't upgrade anything, sad. We only got 200 credits. Okay, I should have been paying attention to that. For some reason I thought maybe we might be able to upgrade something, but no. Stuff is already pretty high level, so it costs a lot of credits to do that now. Right, this is not ideal, but we've almost captured this, right? We can do it. Oh my god, the range! The range that Namani could do that. Holy lord, I did not realise that her fire could go that far. I thought from that distance I was going to be safe from that. That's why I backed off. That's why I skirted backwards. Friendly team captured the objective though, so that's good. So I think we should definitely use our ult as we are about to push the win. So when it gets really close to the end, hopefully it'll be a team fight happening. Oh, I'm not going to die here, am I? Oh my god, I'm dying. Yamani and the Willow are literally covering the back end, which is very smart. Enemy team is playing really smart, gotta be honest. I wasn't expecting them both to be hanging back there to snipe me off. But yeah, they were hanging back there. That was very smart. There's a lot of smart players in this game, and I keep coming across them all the time, and I'm always impressed, because the skill level of this community is pretty high. I don't know exactly what, like, the toxicity level of the community is like. I don't know if it's as bad as Overwatch or worse, because I know Overwatch's community is a little bit, I mean, no offense guys, but the Overwatch community is kind of sucky, gotta be honest. Gotta be real with you. They're pretty elitist, pretty rude. They bully you if you play DPS and you're not good at it. Like, Overwatch players have been pretty harsh, but I have no idea what Paladins players are like, because the competitive mode for Paladins isn't really played that much, at least not in my region. Like, getting an Australian ranked game, a competitive game in Paladins, almost impossible. So, I don't even know how big the competitive scene in this game is, let alone what the community is like. I haven't had a chance to try it, because you go to other regions, the ping is going to be even higher, and be, you know, more difficult to deal with, but there's like no ranked games on Australian servers, like at all. I've got to be honest, like, do Australians just not like this game, or ranked Paladins? Like, why? Like, why is that? Or maybe, I mean, it has been a while since I tried. Maybe more Australian people are playing ranked now. Like, maybe that's changed. I mean, the game hasn't really had any big significant changes though. Like, the game's always been like free and cross-play and cross-save, so nothing like that would have bumped up the numbers. So I have no idea if it's any different. I would know. Let me know in the comments, guys. If you're a Paladins player, do you play it ranked? What region are you from? If you are an Australian Paladins player, do you get ranked games? Do you even play ranked at all? And what's your experience with the community been like? I actually really want to know that, personally. That would be quite interesting. Right, so these are not the best Furia games I've had, sadly, because I've had some good games of Furia in the past. And it does depress me because I was hoping to do the same thing today. We gotta go in. We have to go in. Oh, okay, we'll just die. I was like, we gotta go in and we'll just die. Sad. Okay, so unfortunately that means my ult is spent. Maybe I should have saved it for this last point, but I wanted to see if I could push right then, even though I was weak. I thought maybe my teammates might be able to get some damage out, but didn't happen. So, yeah, we're stuck with this. So we're going to go Kronos as our last upgrade here. So we can try and use our abilities more. Get the heals. Yeah, we're gonna try and do this. We can still win. It's just gonna be tough. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Alright guys, let's go. Let's capture this point, win this game. I don't have my ult, sadly, but doesn't mean it's over. I don't know. Okay, so 2 people have Koga and Victor have ults. That's gonna be really handy. Strix a bit away from his. Ashe almost has hers, which is gonna be really, really useful. Because Ashe's ultimate is really strong. Ashe in general is just really busted. I don't think I haven't played her yet. Well, I mean, I've played her, I haven't done a video on her. Maybe I should cover Ashe too. What are you doing, Raw? You see that? He's doing that, like, that teabagging thing. The crouch shotting, as they call it. Let's throw out the pyre. Throw out a heal. There we go, everyone's staying alive. I'm going to stay out of the way a little bit, like I was beginning. Oh, there we go. I'm going to pretend that I'm Strix. If I stay here, I might actually... Maybe I should have been doing this at the start. Oh, we just picked off somebody entirely by accident. Marnie's throwing out a fire. Put a heal here. Okay, now all of a sudden, in the last few minutes of this game, things are going how we wanted them to. What are you doing? Naughty Rawn. Yeah, there we go. The whole game should have been like that. Well done, guys. We managed to pull out a lucky victory. Very neck and neck there, being the fact that whoever capped won. So that was pretty intense, gotta be honest. But we did it. We must have done a lot of healing in that game, because I was healing whenever I could, and it was a long game. We're going to commend everyone for that win, because it felt kind of clutch. So good job. Oh, we got a notification. Oh, we got some gold. Yay, gold. Alright, so we got the Mender tag. That's cool. So going to... Oh, we got teamwork commendation. Thank you. I wish I could tell you did that. But thank you so much. Let's go to the scoreboard. And our stats are 25,492 health. Now that is a lot of healing. That's kind of how you do it. The Raw self-healed for 11k. That's actually pretty good for a self-heal. So we did 34,000 damage. We did decent damage. Victor coming in with 132,000 though. He was like, what a DPS machine. We did the least damage on our team, but I mean, damage isn't our job, so I'm happy with that. We still did a lot for support. Again, Furia is really strong. So hope you guys enjoyed those games. Let me know what you think of Furia, and if you've played it, if you've got a build for it that you use. Like, I'm interested to know about it, that sort of thing, and what you think as a character. Those weren't my best games, obviously. Like, I've had some really great games. Those games they kind of sucked, honestly, and I was playing really bad. But that's because normally when I play this game, I do really well. I'm focused, aren't I? But now I'm trying to be... just hit my hand on the desk. I'm trying to be giving instructions to you guys, right? I'm trying to be giving a guide, be comprehensive, explain what I'm doing. So my focus isn't all the way in there. So I'm not going to have as good a game as I'd like to. But you know what? That's worth it. It's a worth it trade-off to me to show you guys how these characters work, give you an idea of builds. Here's a quick final snapshot at the build here. So you can feel free to try it. Let me know your experience with the build, and also like let me know what builds you use for characters that I play and stuff. I would happily do in the future like a community driven thing where like you guys say, oh, since you played Pip, for example, this is my build for Pip and how I play him, and then I'll do a video shouting you out saying, hey, this is such and such as build for Pip. Let's test it, see how it compares to mine, because we have slots for loadouts. The first like 3 are usually just randomly there already, not custom made, so I can easily just delete those and have room for up to 5 builds for another character if people want to suggest them. Then I'll shout you guys out and stuff, especially if you guys have channels or anything like that. Help you guys grow as well. As a small channel, I like to help other small channels grow, form a community together. So I'm really into that. So if you are interested in doing YouTube, or you have a small one and you want to do Paladin stuff, let me know your build. Test one of my builds, I'll test one of yours, and we'll collab. That'd be kind of fun. Remember, guys, that when I reach 300 subscribers, it's going to be a giveaway as well. It's going to be a $100 Steam gift card and 3 months YouTube Premium going out. YouTube Premium code only lasts till 1st of November, and that's really close. So that's not going to be available soon. But when we reach 300, that Steam card will still be there. Somebody's going to win basically a free game. So you want to stick around for that, right? I surely would. And there'll be more giveaways in the future as well as I continue to grow. I guarantee that as well. So until the next time, guys, dodge that game over screen. I am Phantom 100, and I'm signing out for now.